And if you're a believer and you know that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, wouldn't it make sense that we take care of our body so that we can live healthy, long lives? We don't want to neglect our body. And so many people, this is how I was before. I looked at the medical system as kind of a net, a safety net, that if anything went wrong, okay, I had my insurance, or I could go to the doctor. But what if we could start taking better care of our bodies in our homes every single day? And not just our physical bodies, exercising, eating right, but actually thinking right. And that's a scriptural thing too. The mind, we need to be renewing it. The Bible says with the Holy Scriptures, we should be renewing our mind every day. But I also want to look at the body as electric. I learned very quickly about the body being electric when Katelyn had Lyme disease. And we were faced with her body rejecting any types of medications that were given to her. We would end up in emergency with the difficulty swallowing or breathing, hives, and other detrimental things that we could not just try medications as they were thrown at her. We definitely did not want to follow the suggestion of one medical doctor to put a PICC line to her heart, uh, knowing that once the PICC line is in, it'd be very challenging if she were allergic to get that out of her system versus sublingual or swallowing a pill. So anyway, science has discovered that every cell, every tissue, every organ in our body is people are saying 98% energy. That's what science says, but we actually, through emotion code training, believe that it's 99.99 to infinity% energy. That everything you see is, when we think of even matter, it's really energy, it's moving. And that's what we want to do, is help our body resonate at the frequency of health. So over the past 55 years, leading scientists from around the world have cataloged thousands of blueprint frequencies. We literally know that the same blueprint frequencies, the frequencies in a human body, let's say just part of the eye, is the exact same in every human. So what we've done with our Solex has made with AOScan, they've compiled a database of starting with 120,000 unique blueprint frequencies, and they developed a technology that allows us to compare our personal frequencies with the blueprint frequencies. AOScan then displays any variance, anything that's not precisely exactly the frequency of resonating of the blueprint frequencies. Then we can investigate further to take corrective measures that might be necessary to help our bodies find balance. So the key with AOScan is education. That's the objective. But at the same time, when we're using the AOScan, it's non-invasive, it's safe. It uses numerical, to see between 1 and 9 how far off the variance is of your frequencies from homeostasis or from balance. So you might get an indication that something is low, like a 1 to 4, or maybe it could be high, like a 6 to 9, and we want things to be at 5. 5 would be representing the blueprint value. So when you get these lower numbers on your AO scan, you're not going to just see that they're underactive, like that could be showing that an organ isn't functioning optimally, but it also could represent that something has been long-term. It's been happening for a long time. It's chronic. So we look at overall to help us get a better picture of what these blueprint frequencies mean, or what the numbers mean in comparison to the blueprint frequencies. So the higher numbers that are like 6 to 9 can mean that you have an overactive immune system, or that they're increasing inflammation, or they could be acute. So we kind of look at the whole picture to see how things are relating. I love this technology because not only is it scanning us, it's optimizing us. So every time we do, for example, an easy scan, we have the optimizing frequencies coming back at our body, so that like cures like, so the same frequency bumping back to our body, and then we scan again to see if any of the blueprint frequencies have nudged to balance. I love this. So in addition to that, we also give the body the brain, the ability to listen to balancing harmonics. So when we have our voice analysis, which I'll get into a little later, we have additional things we can do immediately to try to help our body find that balance, find the homeostasis. So the responses that when it does the scan, these responses are actually converted into an algorithm and housed in the energy cloud, which is our trademarked or proprietary development space for the conversion into the corresponding 3D graphic avatar display that's detailed similar to an MRI display. This brilliance that we have in the AO scan is just in the details. Like when people ask me, what's different about your scanner than other bioresonance devices or biofeedback, you will see it. When you try this, even if you just try it for 3 months, experience it, get hands-on, get our training, go through it with us, you'll be able to see how every organ, every system, every tissue is getting scanned and optimized, and then giving you the ability to even go in and send subtle energy frequencies either to imprint into your water to drink or to imprint or broadcast to the client or to yourself. So the programs in the AO scan are including a quick scan. So why would this matter? When you want to do a quick scan, you want to get this variance report so that you can see what supplements are resonating with your body at this moment in time. I know this would have been a fantastic thing for me to have when my children were younger, because I would take them to get bioresonance scans starting in about 2008. And every appointment cost a large amount of money. And the supplements that I was sent home with were also expensive. And then changing the diet in each person, it was always changing every month. So what I love about the quick scan is not only is it going to show me, right, show you as the practitioner, show you as the mom, as the nana, I'm a grandma, show me what my granddaughter or what my family needs, but I'll also be able to see what supplements they need 3 times a day if I wanted to check. And this will save you so much money, because so many supplements, too many supplements, is not healthy for you. And your body can get too many supplements and not be able to process them all. And that is not a good thing. So right away with the AO scan, you're going to love the quick scan. The supplement analyzer gives you that synergistic supplement review. So you can say, hey, maybe I should take this. It says on the scanner, I trust the scanner and I go with it and I feel great. And then with the AO scan, we're looking at the body as energy. I want you to also think about your voice as energy. Your voice actually, if you think about a lie detector test, that is similar to what we're doing in the AO scan. We're doing a voice analysis and then giving ourselves intuitive harmonic synchronization to listen to. I'm going to get a little bit more into that at the end of this talk, but I'm going to go over each one of these topics in Vital Scan, which targets the vitals, comprehensive, that's detailed variance imaging, Cephi, which is subtle energy frequency imprinter, working on the principles of bioresonance recognition, that method of we like to use the transducer headset, that's bone conducting headset that we position right in front of our ears, right, to collect that targeted information. I prefer that my clients use the bone conducting headset instead of just doing long distance scans. You can do that. It is effective, but you will actually feel it more when you're wearing the bone conducting headset. We have the bioresonance comparison. This is the process of resonating frequencies and comparing them to the corresponding blueprint frequencies and determining any variances. And then we also have the sympathetic vibratory physics. This function transmits sympathetic vibration back into the body to encourage the cell, the tissue, and the system to move toward homeostasis. So we think about sympathetic vibratory physics, amazing. The AO scan is so elegant. I'm so grateful that it's no longer $38,500. It's now available on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, on your iPad, wherever you have Wi-Fi. You're going to be able to access what used to only be available to practitioners and to high-end wellness spas or those who could afford $38,000 plus their monthly fees. So AO scan is so elegant. It's so easy to use. It's so beautiful. And it communicates with the body via subtle biofrequencies and electromagnetic signals that guide you towards that homeostasis that we were talking about, the natural state of balance. I know I'm talking fast, but I want to get through this because the AO scan comes from Russia, Germany, Spain, Asia, and the United States. Most of it is based on the work of Nikola Tesla, Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Marie Curie, and others who theorized that everything physical at its most fundamental state is actually light, energy, and frequency. So even your voice is light, which I felt like the Lord showed me that so many years ago. I remember laying in a hammock when we had first moved to California in 2002, and just feeling like God was showing me that yes, our words are colors like the rainbow, all the color variants. And now we see that with this technology. And then it doesn't get to this point yet, but I felt like the Lord showing me that soon in maybe in heaven or in the new earth or wherever we'll be in the future, we'll be able to taste color, taste the words. You know how they say the words are sweet like honey? I really believe that we're going to be able to smell colors, taste colors, and not just, so anyway, that's a sidetrack. But I love how AOScan is taking our voice, matching it to color therapy, chromotherapy, that I will show you, or we'll talk about, as well as balancing music that we can help release our trapped emotions. So again, at the fundamental level, actually everything is light, energy, and frequency. So we have amazing testimonials using the AO scan. Yeah, in this day and age of artificial intelligence and big data, AO scan is truly being disruptive and disruptive technology that goes beyond anything we've ever experienced. That's why I've still been doing it almost over 5 years. So in a matter of minutes, you're going to get reliable information about your body at your fingertips. And AOScan mobile, like my clients, we used to have an actual mobile device, and now it's keeps improving. So everything that we have loved, Solix keeps improving it. They keep improving it so that we can keep that monthly fee of $149, but still have access to more and more and more. The AOScan is just brilliant. This concept has been changing lives. So let's get into a little bit more about the inner voice. The inner voice is the balancing harmonics we get after we speak into the AO scan. This is so cost-effective way for you to help your clients because your friends, your family, your clients, yourself, because we used to have to pay to go to a doctor that a psychologist that would just do one appointment with talk therapy and using something not even as amazing as inner voice. And it would be about $275. Now for the whole month, however many people and clients you have to help, you can charge them a lot less so that you can cover your $149. But no, for that, you can build an entire practice around this amazing AO scan. That's what we're seeing is we're able to help practices have less stress, less investment, less overhead, and really be able to help more people in real time to make life-altering decisions about their body. So it's not just about the AO scan, but we're going to be able to see what therapies, what adjust, if it's chiropractic adjustments, if it's, going in to get a further test from their doctor, we'll be able to see things that are going on. So this also just gives people peace of mind about their body and helps them with optimal well-being. The inner voice, that is the highlight of the AO scan. So if you think again like of a lie detector test, your voice will always tell the truth, whether you want it to or not. Did you know that your thoughts and your emotions are carried in your vocal cords and no amount of masking your voice can change that fact? This is why I know as a believer, we love worship music, but I can hear trapped emotions in worship leaders. I can hear it like pinching their voice, I want to say sometimes. So I would love every worship director, worship leader, singers, performers, speakers to use the AO scan so that their voice actually is easier, more pleasing for us to listen to. Not just about carrying a tune, but actually helping the emotional state of the performer, the singer, the speaker, to help their voice be more pleasing for us to hear because it's harmonizing with their with peace and energy, good energy. Having your inner voice is going to help with creativity, emotional intelligence, and this has been a huge game changer for children on the autism spectrum and even my clients who are adults on the spectrum that didn't get diagnosed till later. They're seeing so many results. We just know everyone can benefit from doing their inner voice. It takes 10 seconds. It picks up 10,000 frequencies in the voice in 10 seconds. It isolates 2,000 to see which frequencies are actually from your voice and not the surrounding, like my fan that's on or other sounds, the door shutting. And then it gets the 3 highest notes from my voice and the 1 lowest and gives me back balancing harmonics to help my emotional state. Now, this is something I love to do at least once a day. Some of my clients do it 3 times a day. Anytime you're in a stress situation, you want to do your inner voice, grab your phone, speak into it for 10 seconds, and immediately get some balancing harmonics that will help you. So the 3 notes that are highest or octaves that are excessively out of balance and the one that's suppressed. So the lowest note is the one that's suppressed that also represents your feelings that you could have suppressed down. And the balancing harmonics, when they play, I've had people cry, I've had people laugh, I've had people fall asleep. The music is including radionics, binaural beats and tones, and other frequencies to help support balance in the emotional and mental well-being, as well as cinematic music, which has its own studies on itself, and 432 hertz, which we know is excellent also. So it's best to listen to these tones always first thing in the morning, if you can, right before bed, and then again throughout the day. I do it at least in the morning and with headphones on. It's best with headphones on. Now, I do have clients that use their Cephi Star or they just broadcast it in the room and it still helps their family if they aren't willing to wear headphones. The vital scan is also an amazing part of the AO scan because it actually is energetically testing energetically analyzing the state of your body's biological field, like identifying which areas of your blood vitals, heavy metals, sensitivities, nutritional analysis, what is out of balance compared to 550 blueprint frequencies associated with each bodily function. And then it performs the analysis in under 1 minute. Now, when we combine it with the easy scan, it's about 6 to 7 minutes. When we do it all on its own as a full panel, it does take a little longer. This specific scan is concise. It's a snapshot of the blueprint frequencies in relationship to the frequencies being produced by the blood, the organs. Now, I love this because I feel like drawing blood out is exposing it to oxygen, it's changing the environment. I like knowing how my blood is while it's intact in my body. The comprehensive scan is another favorite because it's going to give you like a full 3D of the whole body. So you'll be able to kind of see where the organ is that's not balanced or where the cells are or the bones and the chromosomes in your body, and then give you information about each one of those so you can make better decisions. The graph is going to display, again, between 1 and 9, what's high, causing inflammation or acute, what is low, what is decreasing in risk, function risk, or what could be chronic or not working as optimally. And in certain areas, like if we look at the whole section of the kidneys, you might have some highs, you might have some lows, and we kind of look at the sections where there's the most things out of balance and then gives you the option to take further action as we look at patterns. So we do look for patterns since we're looking at the energetic state. This isn't diagnosing, it's giving us so much education that is really optimal. So I love that this frequency optimization will pick up anything out of range, and then we'll generate the canceling frequencies that will help you balance your organs and systems to achieve the state of homeostasis. When you think about noise canceling headset, they're not just plugging your ears or we just plug your ears. They're giving you these canceling frequencies, and that's similar to what we're doing when we say we're optimizing. When we have bone canceling or I should call it sound canceling, noise canceling headphones, you can actually hear what someone's saying better and more clearly when they're on. That's similar to what's happening in the body. We're helping the body just be able to hear and feel these signals to find that homeostasis. So the mode of technology that offers a comprehensive library of information that's constantly being upgraded on a regular basis is our AO scan. You will love it. I love it. Inner Voice, Vitals, Comprehensive, Cephi. Now, Cephi is actually the shining star that stands out, subtle energy frequency, and we actually have a Cephi star. It used to be $6,500. Now it's well under $1,000 to add on to your AO scan. And it's better than the device they had before. I am just so thrilled with Solex and how they are giving us the best of the best of the best, how they're helping us with our body systems, performing, doing these scans, the body system scan. I didn't even talk to you about this yet, but that is all of the systems in the body: circulatory, connective, digestion, endocrine, lymphatic, musculoskeletal, nervous system, respiratory, sensory, nervous, and urinary, chromosomes, human cell, mitochondria, all of that. You can scan and optimize and see what supplements, what emotions, what things you can do in your, again, acupuncture, chiropractic. It gives suggestions of what can help you breathe cleaner air. Sometimes it will actually say to stop smoking or breathe. And people say, I've never been a smoker. Well, our air isn't as clean as it used to be. Or it will say like avoid drinking alcohol. And that could also relate to, people who say they've never consumed alcohol. The sugar can be creating that alcohol, that fermentation that it's picking up. We have so much more in here. I just went with a client today. We went over clearing, shielding, grounding, relaxing neuroaerobics. We love that you can do these really fast scans to see which tuning fork frequencies, which if it's brown noise, blue noise, purple noise, you can give those. You can see which solfeggio frequencies are best for you, as well as essential oils. You can do scans to see which essential oils best, which minerals. Any of the therapies you pretty much have, we can scan those to see how they resonate. It's awesome. I didn't mean to keep this so long, but I want you guys to know why I am so passionate about the AO scan, about helping you see that your body is electric. Your body is energy. And if we're only looking at your body through drugs and surgery, or only through chiropractic, or only through acupuncture, or only through supplements or saunas, we're missing the point. With the AO scan, we're fine-tuning the body. That's how I like to see it as. I'm fine-tuning my body like I tune my guitar. I tune my piano to 432 hertz. I am so excited, and I want you to message me, and I want you to try this, and I want to give you the opportunity to experience this. So comment below. Let me know if you want to try this, or if you're just ready to go all in. I recommend getting a bundle, a subscription, a Cephi Star if you can. And if you don't already have a PEMF mat, we have the absolute best that you'll get a large reduction in price just by having the AO scan. If you don't have a terahertz wand yet, this is my all-time favorite that we have on this link down below. And if you are looking for negative air ions, we have the best. We're helping you get a wellness center in your wellness center, in your home, in your clinic, in your gym, or in your home, just get these everywhere. That's our vision, because we don't want people to be dependent, and we don't want people to be walking in fear. And the more knowledge you have, the more power you have. The more tools you have, the easier it is. You'll be able to see, is this an energetic thing that I can help with? Or do I actually need surgery, drugs, supplements, physical adjustment, which are all part of taking care of the temple that you are an amazing, beautiful temple. And we don't want to see you aging with pain, being angry as you age. I see that with a lot of people, repeating the same thoughts over and over, so they just get angry. With the AO scan, you'll have the AO mind sync. We talk about renewing our mind. We want the subconscious to be thinking about things that are lovely, pure, good report, things that are worthy of praise, and thinking the best of people and blessing people. Did you know that the biggest thing we can do, and I feel like that's why I'm so privileged to be sharing this, is I am blessing people with these technologies, and I want you to join me with that. It's the best feeling. Okay, I'll see you guys next time.